stop for a moment. Just breathe. Because what you are about to hear was not found by accident. You did not stumble onto this video. Something quiet and invisible led you here. And if you feel even the smallest pull in your chest right now, a warmth, a stillness, a sense that this moment is somehow different from any other, that feeling is not random, that feeling is a message, and this message has one destination: you. Type 2, 2 if you feel like this found you at the right time. There is someone, a real, living, breathing soul who is being moved in your direction right now. Not by coincidence, not by the ordinary mechanics of life, but by something sacred and intentional that neither of you can fully explain yet. This person is not ordinary. The world already knows that. People notice them. Rooms shift when they walk in. Just attention follows them naturally, effortlessly, without them even asking for it. And yet, in the middle of all of that, in the middle of all the noise and the admiration and the wanting, their heart is restless. Because their heart is searching, and what it is searching for cannot be found in a crowd. What their heart is searching for is you. Stay with me, because this is only the beginning of what is about to be revealed to you. You have spent time waiting, maybe more time than you ever expected. And there were quiet moments, private moments, moments no one else witnessed, where you sat with yourself and wondered if something had gone wrong, if perhaps you had been missed, if love, the real kind, the steady kind, the kind that does not unravel under pressure, was simply not meant for you in the way it seemed to come so easily for others. But here is what you could not see from where you were standing. Every single one of those waiting seasons was not empty. It was not wasted. It was not punishment. It was preparation. And preparation is one of the most sacred things that God does in a person's life, because it happens in silence. It happens in secret. And it shapes something inside you that cannot be built any other way. You were being made ready. And so were they. Type yes. If you believe God's timing is never wrong, let us talk about who this person is. Not in the way the world describes people, not by appearance or status or the way others see them from the outside. Let us talk about who they are in the quiet, because that is where the truth of a person lives. Or this person has been through their own seasons of searching. They have stood in rooms full of people and still felt alone. They have been surrounded by warmth that somehow never reached the deepest part of them. And they have learned, through experience and through quiet reflection, that what they were looking for was never about surface. It was never about what looked right. It was about what felt true. And they have not yet been able to explain why. But lately, something has shifted inside them. There is a direction forming in their heart that they did not choose on their own. A pulling, a leaning, a sense that something is unfolding just beyond what their eyes can see. They cannot name it yet, but it is moving them, gently, steadily, the way a river moves, not violently, not with force, but with a certainty that nothing can stop. That direction is toward you. Let that settle. Do not rush past it. Let it land. Because this is not wishful thinking. This is not the kind of comfort that dissolves in the morning light. This is something deeper. Something that has been arranged with care and wisdom by a love that is far greater than human understanding. Type 444 if you feel peace reading this. Now let us go back. Let us go back to you. There was a version of you that existed before the waiting got long, before the disappointment started stacking, before the quiet voice inside you began to ask whether something was fundamentally wrong with your desire for real, lasting love. That earlier version of you had a kind of open innocence about love, a belief that it would come, a readiness that felt almost light. Then life happened, and some of that openness closed, not because you became bitter, but because you became careful. Because you learned that not everything that arrives with a beautiful face is built with a faithful heart. You learned the difference between someone who says the right things and someone who does the right things. You learned that love without consistency is just performance, and that performance, no matter how convincing, always eventually ends, and that education, as painful as it was, as quietly heartbreaking as some of those chapters felt in the middle of them, that education was doing something extraordinary inside you. It was building discernment. It was building depth. It was making you someone who would not be fooled by the surface of things. Someone who would recognize something real when it finally arrived. Not just with excitement, but with a knowing, a recognition that goes deeper than emotion. That is what you have now that you didn't have before, and that is why this time is different. Comment Amen if you feel like your past was preparing you, not destroying you. The person who is coming into your life will not arrive like a storm. They will not crash through your world and leave wreckage behind them the way some connections have. This arrival will feel quiet, almost unexpectedly natural, like a door opening that you forgot was there. And when they step into your awareness, the first thing you will notice will not be fireworks. It will be peace. That is the sign. That is how you will know. When their presence makes you feel calm instead of anxious, when their words make you feel seen instead of evaluated, or when being around them makes you feel like the truest version of yourself is finally safe to exist without apology. That is when you will understand that something sacred is standing in front of you. The world will still see them the way the world sees them. Desirable, noticeable, someone that many want. But inside the quiet of your connection, none of that will matter, because their attention will be on you in a way that is not divided or distracted, in a way that feels complete, in a way that tells you without a single word that you are not competing. You are chosen, and chosen is different from everything you have known before. Take a breath. Let that in. Type 222 if you are ready to receive what is meant for you. But there is something beautiful about the way God prepares two people for each other without either of them knowing it is happening. You have both been on separate paths, walking through separate lessons, experiencing separate seasons of growth and refinement. Yet all of it, every single moment of it, has been quietly working toward the same destination, the same meeting, the same recognition. Think about the things you have learned about yourself in the seasons that felt the most difficult, the strength you discovered when you thought you had run out, the clarity that came after the confusion finally passed, the softness that somehow survived even the hardest moments, the capacity to love that never fully left you, no matter how much you tried to protect yourself from being hurt again. All of that is still in you, all of it. And it is precisely that, the full, real, living depth of who you have become through everything you have walked through, that this person is going to meet. Not a performance of you, not a carefully edited version, the real one. The one who has been through things, the one who is still standing. And they will look at that person and they will feel something they have not felt before. Because real recognizes real. Depth calls to depth. And what is being drawn together here is not shallow. Type yes if you are that person. The one still standing. Let us talk about what this connection will feel like once it begins to unfold. Because it matters that you know. It matters that you are not caught off guard by how different this will feel from what you have experienced before. It matters that when it arrives quietly, you do not dismiss it simply because it does not look the way you imagined love would look. It will feel easy. Not easy like simple or unimportant. Easy like breathing. Easy like coming home after a very long journey and finally sitting down and releasing everything you have been carrying. Conversations will not feel like tests. Silence will not feel like rejection. Their presence will not make you feel the need to monitor your words or manage their emotions or shrink yourself down to fit a space that was never built for you. There will be laughter. Genuine laughter. The kind that rises without warning and catches you both off guard. There will be moments so ordinary that you almost miss how extraordinary they are. A shared meal. A long conversation that somehow finds its way to every corner of two lives. A look that doesn't need a single word beneath it. And beneath all of it, threading through all of it, will be this quiet, steady, almost indescribable sense of rightness. As if something inside you has exhaled for the first time in years. Do not overthink that feeling when it comes. Do not question it into dust. Simply receive it, because it is the answer to questions you stopped asking out loud, but never stopped carrying in your heart. Comment Amen if your heart is open and ready. Now there is something important that needs to be said, because this message would not be complete without it. Receiving something this beautiful requires something from you, not perfection. Not a complete absence of fear or doubt, not a flawless heart with no history behind it. Simply this, openness, the willingness to let something good be good, the willingness to believe, even if just quietly and privately, that you are worthy of a love that is consistent, that you deserve someone who stays, that the depth you carry inside you is not too much, not too heavy, not something that a real person cannot hold, because one of the quietest and most painful lies that long seasons of waiting can plant inside a person is the belief that maybe you want too much, that maybe the kind of love you are looking for is somehow too beautiful to be real, too perfect to actually exist outside of imagination, that maybe the safest thing to do is want less. Do not believe that lie. Do not let it take one more day from you. What you want, that deep, genuine, faithful, calm and consistent love, that love actually exists. And it is not coming to you because you imagined it hard enough or because you followed a formula. It is coming to you because God built you to receive it, because the very longing inside you for something real is itself a sign that something real is on its way. Type 999 if you are choosing to believe that today. The waiting is not over yet for some of you, and that honesty matters here. This message does not pretend that everything is already at your door. Some of you are still in the middle of the journey, still in the part of the story that feels longer than it should. Still asking the quiet questions at night that no one else hears. And to you specifically, listen closely. The length of your wait is not a measure of your worth. It is a measure of the depth of what is being prepared. The things that are built carefully take time. The things that are built to last cannot be rushed into existence. And what is coming for you is being built carefully, with intention, with wisdom, and with a love behind it that does not make mistakes. Every day that passes is not a day lost. It is a day closer. Every morning you wake up and choose to remain open, to remain trusting, to remain soft even when softness feels dangerous. You are doing something courageous. You are holding space for something that has not arrived yet, but is absolutely, undeniably on its way. Do not close that space. Do not let the length of the wait convince you to lock the door. Type 222 if you are still holding space. There is a moment that is coming for you, a specific, singular moment that no vision or description could fully capture. A moment when you will be somewhere, doing something completely ordinary, and something will shift, not dramatically, not with thunder or spectacle, just quietly, almost without warning. And you will become aware of a presence, a person, and something in the deepest part of you, something below thought, below strategy, below every guard you have ever built, will simply say yes. Not with words, not with analysis, just a deep, settled, unmistakable yes. That is the moment. That is the one that all of this has been moving toward. And when it happens, you will understand. You will look back at the journey, all of it, the long stretches of quiet, the moments of doubt, the nights that felt endless, the mornings you had to choose hope again. And you will see it all differently. You will see the map that was invisible while you were walking it. Or you will see how nothing was wasted. You will see how even the things that broke you were slowly, carefully, lovingly building you. And there will be tears, the good kind, the kind that carry relief and gratitude and wonder all at once, the kind that come when something you carried for so long is finally set down, the kind that mean it is real. Let yourself cry those tears when they come. They are not weakness, they are arrival. Comment Amen if you can feel that moment coming. As you move forward from this day, carry something with you. Carry this. You are not forgotten. You have never been forgotten. Not for a single moment of any of those long, quiet seasons did you slip out of the awareness of the one who holds your life with care. Every tear was seen. Every hope was heard. Every moment of choosing love again, when you had every reason to choose bitterness, was witnessed and honored. You are loved, not because of what you have achieved or how well you have held yourself together, not because you are perfect or because you never doubted, but simply because you are you, because you were made with intention, because there is something inside you that is rare and real and worth choosing, and someone is being prepared right now who will know that, who will feel that the moment they encounter you, who will choose you not out of convenience or habit or loneliness, but out of a deep and genuine recognition that you are exactly the person their heart was shaped to find. Walk forward in that truth, even when you cannot see the next step clearly, even when the wait feels long, even when doubt tries to creep back in through the edges of your quiet moments. Come back to this. Come back to the knowing. What is meant for you is already in motion. The connection is already being shaped. The timing is already being held with care. And nothing, not fear, not delay, not distance, not anything that has happened in your past can stop what has been divinely prepared for you from finding its way home to your heart. You are a chosen one, not arrogantly, not above anyone else, but specifically, deliberately, loved by name. And what is coming for you is beautiful. Type Amen if you receive this message with your whole heart. Type yes if you believe your time is coming. and type 222 if you felt every word of this in a place deeper than words can reach. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And the best of what this life holds for you is still ahead.